I want to talk to you about something that happened this week because I traveled and I made a mistake. And I made an easy mistake. I mean, like a thing that I didn't think was a mistake because I picked an outfit to wear for filming that was so boring. I mean, it was gray. It had a little bit of black on the shoulders, like in a pattern, like a square, or I mean, just like a shoulder pad looking thing on the outside.
Epaulet. Epaulet?
Yeah, but that wasn't the problem. When they put me in the video, and I'm of course in New Jersey with my suitcase of one thing other than what I'm wearing to wear. The pattern from, even though it really didn't have a pattern, but it had kind of texture to it in my outfit, kind of stood up and looked fuzzy, kind of, instead of a smooth line, you had this fuzz look. And it's funny because I brought two outfits and I walked over in my high heels thinking I was pretty sure I wasn't going to have to go back for that other outfit. But lo and behold, I had to. And I had to go back to get the other one, which I thought wouldn't have worked because it was really furry almost looking and it had gold things on it. And they go, nope, that works perfectly. But the problem with that outfit was it had zippers that were long and flat and shiny. So it had two zippers like down low on my rib cage and then one going down. And the ones low were not hitting the light or anything, but the one down, it would be like blinding people. So I had to zip it just right. And so it was a big pain. So I've learned, I've done this before and had no problem. I've had zippers in every single thing I've ever worn. But I don't know if I would do it again because it doesn't work every time.
I purposely, knowing that you were going to be talking about this today, I purposely wore these earrings. Now, these are really gigantic and they're
loud.
And they're fun, but they are so loud. So
yeah.
Usually, if we have a mic that's clipped on, it's a lavalier mic that's clipped onto your top, it picks up everything.
Oh, I get a lot of this from my hair. I don't know if it's coming through, but
yeah. Well, from the hair. Well, look, anything can make sounds, and it depends upon how sophisticated the microphone is. And if it's sophisticated, it's going to pick up these things.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you hear this.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
But you know what we were hearing, air conditioning sounds too. They had to keep stopping for the air conditioning.
Everything is exaggerated. Mm-hmm. And this is why I would want everybody to come equipped for a shoot with 2 or maybe 3 different outfits. You don't know in advance, with the level of sophistication the different cameras have, you
they're all
don't
different.
know if your pattern is going to bleed on the screen. Yeah. But after a while, I was on so many hundreds of shows. I was out shopping with a friend of mine, and he said, this looks like a nice jacket. You could wear this on television. I said, no, I can't, because the pattern would bleed. He said, you know this? And I said, well, yeah. And one time I was wearing probably earrings as noisy as this. And again, I'm purposely showing this now so this can be cemented in the minds of the people who are watching this now. And they stopped shooting and they said, hey, Doc, you have to get rid of those. Well, it was actually it was earrings and a matching necklace. You have to get rid of that. I said, if I do, then, oh boy, let's get rid of all of these things. See, the noises don't stop.
They don't stop.
I said, if I do, then my outfit will look terrible. I'm not getting rid of them. So we had a bit of because I was a regular on the show, so I had that leeway. If you were just a guest, you don't have any leeway.
Right.
So I said, no, I'm not. The outfit will fall apart as a result because this coordinates with that and this. They said, well then, just be very still.
Don't breathe.
Yeah. Okay. So you know me. I'm all over the place.
Right.
And they had to stop taping for about 20 minutes. We had this discussion and I said, well, and then this is going to look this way and this way. And after all, it's for your ratings too. And they knew it. And
yeah,
this happens all the time. And then you will meet some people with no knowledge of what they're talking about, who will tell you, oh, this won't work. These earrings won't work. I told you about the time some woman said, she's a producer, and she said, oh, those earrings, those shiny, sparkly earrings will not work on television. I said, I've been on multiple shows with these earrings and we will not have a problem. And sure enough, we didn't, because I knew in advance.
I thought my zippers would make it though. Yeah.
You don't know.
It's a different jacket though. Every angle is just slightly different. You know what? They had other problems. I wasn't the only one that drove these people crazy. They had, there's a very famous consultant. You would be able to guess who it is just by what I'm saying. He only wears green, and he showed up with
green is terrible.
You can't wear green for the video shoots because they have green screens behind you.
It doesn't, green.
So they had to go buy him clothes from scratch. They had to go out and buy him clothes.
Well, I would suggest that he was ahead of the game, because sometimes during the days of the talk shows, people were coming to the shows with no teeth, and they had to be fitted with teeth. So
come on. Really?
I couldn't make this up. They had a dentist standing by on some of the shows that I did, because these people just had no teeth. And they were here to come to New York City to get this free trip to the city to tell their stories on national television. And they had to be outfitted with teeth before they could be shot.
I didn't know you can make teeth that fast. This is very interesting. But that, the whole thing of not recognizing, I mean, I always would never wear plaid or a flower or whatever pattern, but when they say patterns, you don't really think about the texture as much, I guess, for me at least. And this had you would have to really, this one has about as much texture as what I had on. I mean, see how it has a little bit of
that's not very much.
It wasn't much. It was like that. And I'm thinking I'm super safe, and nope, didn't work. And then the weirdo gold thing that I thought would never work, that I wanted to wear anyway. And I was like, oh, good, I got to wear that because what I want to do anyway. I brought it just in case I could. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to push it. I didn't want to carry it. And then I had to go back with my high heels and go get it. And then,
oh, pain.
And it was cold. It was cold outside, but
of course, New York is cold. Ooh.
Well, that was actually New Jersey, and I could see New York the whole time. I loved where I was. It was really fun to stay.
That's the way to go to New York, to look at it from afar.
It was a great trip, but what I didn't count on, another part of this, which was an interesting experience this week, was standing for 4 hours without moving.
That's why I told you once before, you're beautiful enough to become a model, but you would never be able to stand there for that length of time.
Oh, it's brutal. It's, well, they would have let you move if you really wanted to, I think, but I was trying to make it go by as fast as possible, and I'd make it easier for them, because every time you stepped out of this frame for this, they'd have to refocus you, and they had the little spot on the ground, and you had to stand exactly where you're supposed to stand. And, and as if, they had a couple different angles. So the good news was, if I botched it and I started over again, they could shoot to another angle, and then, when they cut it, so it doesn't chop, But I was trying not to botch it too much for them, so we could get through this thing. And I'm thinking, okay, well, after a couple hours, I did ask them if I could take my shoes off right at the beginning, which was a smart move, because 4-inch heels for 4 hours would have probably killed me. But
you would have been in crutches going home.
But it's still hard to stand for 4 hours straight. And, people always think this is so glamorous. And when you see, usually you're in a room with nothing but
that's right,
screen and cameras, and one guy doing a video and another person looking at something else. And every once in a while they'll come up to you and they'll go, yeah, your hair looks okay.